About ready to go in the cup. And they're off and racing. Would-Be King might have just won the start, although Equilibrium is punching up along the inside. Brew Boss is third and Pop Power taken over the rail. Is last as they pass the winning post the first time. And Equilibrium on the rails is taken on by Would-Be King, with Brew Boss settling into a nice spot behind them, and Pop Power was last as they go to the back of the course, and Equilibrium only leads by about a head. Moving up on the outside, Would-Be King is 4 lengths back now to Brew Boss, and last of all was Pop Power as they race towards the 1200. Would-Be King applies the pressure now to Equilibrium. They're up by 5 lengths to Brew Boss. He was back centre field at Gulgong and he put in a big finish to win easily. Pop Power is last as they go down past the 1100, and Equilibrium just leading from Would-Be King. About 2.5 back to Brew Boss, getting closer, and Pop Power, not a bad galloper on his day, is last of all. Equilibrium, Would-Be King the outside, is drawing up alongside him. Brew Boss is making a run now. It's coming around them 3 deep as they wheel off the back of the course, and Pop Power is 3 lengths off last. Lightning move by the jockey here on Brew Boss, who dashed to the lead. Second place, Would-Be King, Equilibrium, and Pop Power steadily making ground from the tail of the field. Racing on down with about 500 to go, and Brew Boss out by 2.5 lengths. Would-Be King next, Pop Power to the outside, and Equilibrium. Brew Boss at the top of this long straight has a handy break. Battling away with Would-Be King on the outside. Pop Power's coming home well now. Brew Boss in front. Pop Power looks a big danger the outside. Pop Power coming again then. Was Would-Be King. Pop Power is ranging up now to Brew Boss. Brew Boss, Pop Power the outside. Pop Power, Brew Boss. Brew Boss might be just in front. Pop Power comes at Brew Boss. Brew Boss just in front, and Brew Boss. Brew Boss just beat Pop Power. Third home with Would-Be King, and Equilibrium was last in a thrilling finish to the Bly Cup. And a great ride by Ricky Blewett. He made a lightning move coming off the back and said, more or less said, catch me if you can. Pop Power set off in pursuit all the way down this long Mudgee straight. Pop Power was whittling away the lead held by Brew Boss, but Brew Boss has just lasted to win. And this gives the winning double to the Forbes trainer, Peter Kirby. Brew Boss also won at Gulgong with a similar sort of a run over 1,700 metres last Sunday at Gulgong. Yeah, 7-year-old Bay Gelding, Brew Boss by Street Boss out of Revives. And Pop Power back to form there today, trained by Wanderings of Bathurst, and was ridden by Will Stanley. Just couldn't quite wear the other one down. So a big day for Peter Kirby, Forbes trainer, winning double. And gee, you had that horse fit because he just stuck it out all the way to the line. But a daring ride by Ricky Blewett, and it's paid off in the last. Now here's the placing coming through from our judge, Dan Misson. Dan's also a race caller up north too. Righto, Dan.
2, 3, 1 and 5.
2, 3, 1 and 5.
A short neck.
A short neck.
By 2
By 2 1/4
1/4.
lengths. A short neck by 2 1/4.
159.74.
159.74 the time. Thanks, Dan. 2, 3, 1 and 5. Number 2, Brew Boss, trained by Peter Kirby, ridden by Ricky Blewett. Second, the number 3, Pop Power, trained by Wanderings, ridden by Will Stanley. Third to number 1, Would-Be King, trained by Doug Gorrell, ridden by Aniel Gengatina. And fourth to number 5, Equilibrium. Well, it mightn't have been a big field. The main thing is when you get a contest, you forget about whether there's 4 or 14 in the race when you see them fighting out a great finish. But wonderful ride there by Ricky Blewett. He made a lightning dash. The horse was back 3 or 4 lengths behind the leading ones. And he decided to take off and make it a real staying test. And he took off, leaving the back of the course. And it has been able to hold on from Pop Power, who tried valiantly to wear it down. big cannonball meeting is on at Canamble tomorrow. Early start there too. On the road early tomorrow. 5 to 12 the first. There are 8 races at the TAB cannonball meeting at Canamble. The next picnic meeting will be at Talmoy next Saturday up at the village of Garara up in the northwest. And then Dubbo Professional Club, they'll be racing next Sunday. There you go.
Must have left a towel here last time.
Leave Andy.
Must have left the towel here last time.
Oh, right.